everybody, and welcome. I assume from Zidanza, most of you. But yeah, I'm about to play more Tell Me Why. I have it up on the screen. I think it should be doing music by now, but who knows? But I'm going to go use the restroom real quick and grab something to eat. And I just like a complete dumbass, I played that countdown and started talking and realized I hadn't hit start stream. So this is take two, I suppose. And that's why I'm a little bit late. But yeah, I'm going to grab something to eat. For those of you who aren't aware, Tell Me Why, I guess, is a little bit of a heavy game about, some trauma. And I think it has has transgender characters who are probably dealing with the way their family and community react to them and stuff. So if that's a little difficult for you, consider whether this is something you want to watch. And yeah, I'll be back in just a second. I'll have it up. Just go ahead and chat, talk about whatever you want. And I'll be here in 2 minutes. I should be back down. All right. Sorry, that was probably longer than 2 minutes. Arriving just after Zod told us what Tell Me Why is. Curious Nerd Kiddo, who I believe has actually played this game. I just started it last week. When I say it's all trauma, I mean like it's emotional, but it's definitely not trauma porn. So that's good. I don't like when it's gratuitous necessarily. All right, so I'll continue. Maybe Zod ran to Roscoe's Catfish and Barbecue for dinner. Nah, I just went and got a piece. My wife had a piece of chicken up in the oven for me. She just cooked up the chicken breast because we had it. And so I put it in a bowl like an idiot.
Wow.
Oh, well.
It doesn't seem real.
So to bring...
Of course. No lights, no power.
To bring everybody up to date, these two are twins. The brother just got out of, I believe, residential therapy. As I understand it, I think the story lays out pretty clearly, even though it's not explicit. I believe the brother killed the mother because she was coming at him with a gun. And so he got out of residential treatment. His sister picked him up after 10 years or some kind of juvenile detention situation. And they're coming back home to their mother's house, which I believe they're getting ready to sell or something. Oh, my controller's rumbling all of a sudden. I don't know what it means. Oh, yeah, by the way, yeah, he was a kid, Curious Nick could have said. It was 10 years ago. He was, she said 7.
I didn't realize how much I missed the smell of firewood.
I miss the cold winter nights curled up here with big mugs of hot cocoa.
Yeah. Marianne was so tired she was usually asleep on the couch.
Ah, that's why it was so nice. No Marianne.
My controller's just like...
That was the one time we were ever quiet. We knew she needed to sleep.
We all needed her to sleep.
She was trying to save the planet way before Al Gore made it cool.
Has Al Gore ever made anything cool?
Nah.
I guess she was right about one thing. But you can't really blame anyone for not listening to crazy Marianne Ronan.
So my controller is just like rumbling over and over again. Oh, but it's only when when I come in here. Maybe it's just the music's making the controller rumble.
She was trying to save the planet way before Al Gore made it cool.
Oh, that's
Has Al
what
Gore ever made anything cool?
Nah.
I guess she was right about one thing. But you can't really blame anyone for not listening to crazy Marianne Ronan.
I don't know what. Oh yeah, they have a. Thank you, Hollyhock. This story to me had played as purely natural, but in the right at the end of last week, they established that the two have like a psychic connection. So they saw the same memory. They both saw the same memory, and I thought it was just one of the characters in their mind, but they both acknowledged each other. They saw it, and then also they mentioned that they can hear each other's voices, so they can basically speak in their minds. Does the controller give haptic feedback to that memory voice? Maybe, but it just rumbled like I've never heard it rumble before or felt it rumble before when I was in this room. Not over here, but like when I go over to, when I go over here, maybe it is a memory thing.
I'm sure it's still there. I should check our bedroom upstairs. How big of a fire would it take to heat this place up?
Yeah, it's right over in this area, so it seems like it's trying to prompt something over there. But I'm going to look at this real quick. What was this?
She took so many pictures.
Yeah. Like she had to document every second of our lives.
It made her happy. And it was kind of nice to see her smile.
Curious Nerd Kid, and my partner's
You
a twin
okay?
and also
All
trans.
these happy pictures.
So this
They look so sad
game must be right up
now.
your alley then.
So staged.
I know. Wow. She was always entering photography contests. I don't remember these.
It's probably one of Marianne's unfinished masterpieces.
There's 2 of them. Maybe they were us. In some weird way that only made sense to Marianne.
Mommy blogger vibes, yeah. Twins run on both sides of my parents. I guess it makes sense. I never gave much thought to twins being that genetic though, where you get a lot of them. And feel free to let me know if I'm stopping looking at too much stuff. I have a completionist way to me with things, and I feel like if I see something to examine something, I want to look at it all.
She pinched every penny.
Also, she's a coupon clipper. What's this? Math homework? Hey, Mom, we are sorry the vase got broke. We didn't know you love it so much. We need to be careful and not act up in the window room. Next time we will try and use good judgment. Please forgive us for doing bad things. I'm sorry, too. We should be more careful. I'm very sad we made you cry so much. We should play outside instead. I will tell Ollie not to be wild all the time. We aren't going to do it anymore. We are sorry. That's sad. So basically, they're walking on
What are you
eggshells and felt
reading?
responsible for their mom's emotional state.
A letter we wrote her to apologize for breaking that stupid vase, remember?
Bore your kids into good behavior. Great parenting strategy.
You know what? They just played The Shining in the theaters, and my kids got me to go watch it with them. It's crazy and also sad how much that's about. Basically, just a story about domestic abuse, and the way they talk about acting here feels like how much the wife and son would walk on eggshells around
Old
their dad.
textbooks. Tessa gave them to us, right?
Yeah, she thought we were gifted.
I always loved when she came over. She brought food and toys.
You might not be quite so excited to see her now.
Why do you say that?
Her worldview is narrow, even by Delos Crossing standards.
Delos Crossing, by the way, is the small Alaskan town they live in, and it seems to be down on the Alaska Panhandle near Lake Juneau and stuff.
Guess we never had time to complete the collection.
These came out of one of the prize machines at the Vecchi's store, right?
Yeah, you'd slide the quarters inside on the little tray, and then magic, out pops a sticker.
Oh, Dark Side, they played The Shining there too. That's interesting. Maybe it was a national thing. One thing I love is theaters have started playing classic movies a lot, and I really enjoy going and seeing stuff like that on
Best
a big
mom. You think we ever really believed that, or were we just trying to make her happy?
Either way, it wasn't true.
Yo, what are you doing down there?
What do you think I'm doing? Trying to figure out if anything in Marianne's mess is worth keeping.
Any progress?
Not really. What about you? What are you doing up there?
Boy, you really have to hurry and reply to people on this one. Curious said, I don't mind exploring everywhere. I'm a total completionist. This is the kind of game who calls for it. Yeah, that's
Where'd
kind of
you
how this
come
feels to
from?
me. Tale of Two Swords. And I'm really sorry if I'm eating loudly. I'll be done pretty soon here. I would just get really hungry if I lived on crackers this far into the night. Crackers are probably more fun to listen. Hollyhock veggies are done. What kind of veggies are you having, if you don't mind saying?
If you don't come up soon, I'm gonna take whatever I want from our bedroom.
No way. Wait for me.
No, this feels like home.
I eat pretty much just fruits and veggies
Wow.
throughout the day when
Look
I'm
how
at work.
small these beds are.
We were so little.
Yeah.
Roasted beets, onion, and fennel. Ooh. So I hate to say it. I was going to say it sounds good, whatever you say. And I like eating a lot of vegetables. If I lived by myself, I'd probably be a vegan. And I like a lot of vegetable food, but
Tyler, do you
Beets-
copy? If we
beets are
don't
one
move
thing I
fast,
can't
this
do.
whole thing is going to melt. Do you copy?
Shh, copy, Allison. Gonna get this thing moving soon. Don't want the Mad Hunter to catch us. Over.
The Mad Hunter. Ugh, he still gives me the creeps. I wish I could forget about him.
oh, my food is blasting through your surround sound. I'm very sorry about that. That's probably going to be annoying. What if they're private Yeah, I have a habit of asking people if they mind if I ask things. I think because I ask questions at work and I want to make sure I work that I want to make sure that people don't feel pressure into telling.
So
I like
much
to
for my
make
dream of being a
conversation, but I want to
hockey
push
star.
people, I guess.
Marianne thought sports were too aggressive, too competitive, and too groupthinky.
That's quite a creature.
You know, if there's one thing you gotta give Marianne, it's that she let us explore our artistic side.
You should have seen Eddie's face when I tried to repaint his car.
Yeah, I bet Uncle Eddie didn't appreciate your artistic touch.
I'd rather you called him Chief Brown if you're going to be an ass about it.
Yeah, I think the two of them have some simmering conflict over Eddie / Chief Brown. I don't remember exactly what role, or maybe never knew what role he plays, but they have some tension over him. I think that's the character who kept her from seeing him when he was away all those years.
Look what I found.
What?
Only our greatest creation, the Book of Goblins.
Seriously? It was in that chest the whole time?
Hey, Reese, have a good night. Sorry I couldn't stay for more. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate people stopping for any amount of the game. Oh, and I think someone asked what time it is here. Sorry if I missed it. It's almost 8 o'clock here. Press to open the Book of Goblins. Oops.
All these stories.
Oh, there we go.
I had ideas for so many more.
Marianne wrote a lot of them.
Yeah. It's one of the only times I remember her being at peace.
Yeah, he doesn't like Chief Brown at all. That's kind of what I remember. So far, we know they weren't allowed to see each other based in part from his judgment. 7 a.m. there. That's different. So there's a lot of book here. The frog earns the right to speak. Once upon a time, we're gonna have a lot of story time. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a big frog in a small pond. She was a peaceful creature, spent most of her time eating, swimming, and sleeping. From the morning to the evening, she did everything the smaller frogs did, except she did it bigger. She ate more, she jumped farther, she was smarter, and she made much more noise. Everybody in the forest could hear the loud croaking, and everybody was happy that they could. You see, it was easy to get lost in the forest, but thanks to the frog's loud noises, you could just as easily find your way back to her pond. Maybe it would not have been the same if Big Frog had kept singing during the night, but she was much too lazy an animal to stay active after dark. One day, an unknown visitor came to the forest for the first time. It was a young woman dressed in a beautiful gown. She was walking fast through the woods as if she was running away, and she never dared look back. Many eyes spied the princess pass by, but no one dared to help her, for the Mad Hunter was on her trail. Oh, we've heard about the Mad Hunter, right? Seems like a general boogeyman for the kids. This is not our business, they said, and we had better look away, for the Mad Hunter was an unyielding man who loved nothing but hunting down prey for money and glory. Nothing could escape his piercing eye for long. Oh, hi, Drew. You forgot this was a thing. Yep, it still is. Oh, so you said this book is pretty cool. This is kind of long. I don't know that I want to stop and read all this out loud. You keep the books, you can still access it later. Yeah, so I'll just read parts of things. Okay, so there's different stories. So I'll finish the frog one this time. And like you said, curious, I'll read a different one every time. So the princess walked alone without help until she was hopelessly lost in the big forest. Exhausted, she pressed on with no idea where she was heading as the hunter drew ever closer, dogged in his pursuit. She continued this way until she heard a heavy croaking far off to her left, so loud, clear and loud that the princess immediately made for the source of the noise. A few minutes later, she reached the big frog in the small pond, and the frog looked at her with a gentle smile. "Help me, please," said the princess. "I need a place to rest and hide." "Ribbit," answered the frog, and the princess frowned. I guess there's a logic to that. "Please stop making noise. The Mad Hunter is after me." "Ribbit," said the frog again, so loud that the princess had to cover her ears. The creature began to jump every which way. "What are you doing?" asked the princess. "Stop all that noise or he will find us." But the frog kept croaking and jumping around her left and right, up and down. "Ribbit, ribbit," until the princess understood the meaning of all the fuss. Cautiously, the woman climbed on the back of the big animal, and then with a leap, the frog set off away from the pond. The frog jumped so high and so far that even the hunter could not find where the princess had gone. With a few jumps, the princess was out of his piercing eye. A few jumps more, and she had vanished for good. The princess closed her eyes and let her clever mount carry her wherever the creature pleased. Less than an hour later, the big frog had reached the other side of the ancient forest, near the shores of the very deep lake. There she landed without a noise in front of a big wooden house that had been abandoned. "Thank you," said the princess, covering the animal's snout with kisses. "I only wish you could speak, so I would have understood what you were trying to do sooner." As she pronounced those words, something incredible happened. The big frog was suddenly able to speak. Her first words startled the princess. "The Mad Hunter is always at my heels. Now you're safe. I've had my revenge. You can stay in this house. It has been abandoned for a long time, and no one will look for you here." And then, without looking back, the big frog jumped back to the pond. And this is how the big frog saved the princess and how she earned the right to speak. All right.
Where is it?
You looking for something in particular?
My diary.
You never told me about it.
Yeah. With the way Marianne was, I tried extra hard to keep it a secret. Marianne. Yeah, that day she found out about it.
Yeah, I got to focus on the bond.
Mom? Mom! Mom, where is it? What did you do with it?
What now?
I can't find my diary. I know you stole it. Give it back.
Sweetie, whatever I do, it's just for your benefit.
You read it, didn't you? You had no right to do that.
I have the right to do whatever I need to protect my little girl.
I'm not your girl. I hate you.
You will always be my little girl. And no matter how hard you fight me, I'll fight twice as hard to keep you safe.
I don't know how I never saw it coming. She told me right to my face. She was willing to hurt me to keep me from transitioning.
Tyler, there is no way you could have known she'd go that far.
I want my diary back. Her room was the only place I didn't look.
Okay, but do you need to get it, like, now?
That diary was important to me, Allison. Writing down my thoughts helped me realize who I am.
Well, then let's go find it.
Yeah, this is a very emotional story.
think
I mean,
her
you
room
can
is
kind of
still
see it
locked?
coming, but
It always was. I'm not looking forward to
Hey, the postcard we sent ourselves from Juneau.
forever alone.
What?
We barely had any friends. We even had to be our own pen pals.
well, that's sad. Weirdly cathartic for me. I could see that. I'm sure a lot of experiences like these are pretty common for transgender kids, if not the full level of severity, just the general way the mom reacts. Okay, so I think we're trying to go to the mom's room. Wait, this is their room, right? I'm not heading in the right direction. She's probably downstairs. There we go. I was having trouble walking for a while. I think the sister was just in my way. Kitchen.
The diary's probably in Marianne's room. I should go check. We should take down the creepy masks if we don't want to scare the buyers away.
Oh, now you don't want to scare someone with those masks.
Are these authentic Tlingit?
I doubt it.
I'm surprised Marianne would buy fakes.
20 years ago, everyone was buying fakes.
Yeah, Darkside has an interesting question. Has the right been losing their shit about this? I've never heard about it before today. I'm not a gamer, but I'm shocked this one hasn't popped up for me if the right's been vocal about it. I hadn't heard about it until Curious Nerd Kid up let me know about it, but I think it's fairly common. My wife had played, sorry, I'm forgetting the name of it, the one where your character can time travel slightly and replay the past. This is by the same people who did that. So she had just started this game after playing that one,
Hold up.
but because her computer wasn't able to handle it, she
Remember
didn't
this?
get too far.
Unfortunately,
You must solve my riddle to earn the right to enter the princess's sanctum.
nothing a good hard shove won't take care of.
I mean, yes, we could brute force it, but it might be kind of fun to finally solve it, right?
We have different definitions of the word fun.
Okay, well, if we break it, we're just gonna have to fix it for the sale. So let's at least try not to. You have the Book of Goblins?
Yep.
Hand it over.
What are you looking for?
The image on the door. It's making me think of a story from the book. One that Marianne wrote.
You have a way better memory than me,
Well, the Book of Goblins was my creation.
and you'll never let anyone forget it.
Here it is. The one about the princess's party. Give it a read. I think the symbols may represent something in the story.
First ghost memories, now storybook puzzles. What a weird day.
What a weird childhood.
Touche.
Whereas Wallace says, I think it would have to be more gun heavy for the right to notice this game. So basically, they just wouldn't care about it because they would think it's boring. Is that what you mean? To me, it's real enough to feel cathartic, but still has the story elements like the book and the voice, plus the twins reconnecting and their mystery vibe whereas we go, so it's still got that intrigue. Yeah, I could see that. I was a little leery when it felt so grounded at first. I was a little leery when the supernatural stuff came out, but I think it really works for something like this because it adds a point of interest, something supernatural to get, I don't know, make it feel more engaging, but then also it feels like very appropriately metaphorical, or it helps tie into their experience of sharing their memories. Okay, so we're looking for the princess's party. So I guess I'll just read the whole thing. We'll have another story time to do for the price of one. Once upon a time in a deep and ancient forest, and I'm going to crack open a fake beer so I can wet my whistle while I'm reading. Once upon a time in a deep and ancient forest, the princess was melancholy because it was the 1-year anniversary of when she had run away from home. Sensing her sadness, her forest friends showed up at her door. They were headed by the pelican, pious and attentive, and organized by the moose, stalwart and farsighted. The old bear was there with his claws so sharp, as well as the big frog prattling away. Even the haughty muskrat, who almost never had time for anyone, had come. You want beer here? Yeah, these are. I think I talked about this last time. I'm trying not to drink alcohol, but these Athletic Brewing Company, they actually satisfy that little feeling to sit and have a beer without any alcohol. I would have never thought fake beer just sounded totally pointless, but I actually enjoy it. The bear invited her to ride on his back, promising no wolf would harry her path, and then the animals led her to a fairy glen where a fabulous party had been prepared. There was a buffet of seafood the pelican had served from her never-emptying beak. The air was filled with winking fairy lights the moose had arranged after clouds filled the sky, and the gregarious frog mixed up fizzing drinks. Only the muskrat had done nothing in particular, mooching up everyone else's hard work. The princess had a very good time at her party, such a good time that she forgot to say thank you to any of her friends. Noticing this, the fairies devised a bit of mischief. I'm not sure I'm picking up anything about the door, but I'll see when we look back at it. When the princess went to open her gift, she found 3 identical boxes at the edge of the glen. Oh, maybe this is it, the 3 boxes. Puzzled, she turned back and gasped. The entire party had vanished. Because you had taken your friends for granted, called the naughty fairies. We have hidden them from you, but we like games. Guess who has given you each of these presents, and you'll get your friends back. The princess opened the first box. Inside there was a torch, which, when lit, revealed the truth. So let's see. Yeah, that's the same as the pictures. Said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I don't get lost in the woods when it's dark, and that I always see the right from wrong. Which of my friends would give me a gift like that? She opened the second box. Inside was a magic sword, which would leap right out of the bearer's hands to defend them. Said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I am protected if I'm ever under threat. Which of my friends would give me a gift like that? She opened the third box. Inside there was a bag of coins that always provided money if it was for something the bearer truly needed. Said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I have money to buy food when I'm hungry and clothes when I'm cold. Which of my friends would give me a gift like that? The princess thought about her friends, and then she smiled certainly. Fairies, she said. I may have been thoughtless, but I appreciate all that my friends have given to me and all that they have done for me. She gave her answers, and the vexed fairies were forced to restore the party in a flash of colorful light. One by one, she gave the animals a hug and thanked them for their presence, the party, and all they had done to help since she'd moved into the forest. And this is how the princess celebrated her first anniversary in the woods. Okay, so I'm going to catch up a chat here for a second. Curious said, you have to discover the world of craft beer if you haven't. Alcohol or none, it's all about the taste. So much better than a lot of the big brewery stuff. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Alaska has a lot of breweries. And there's a lot of good variety of beer. You know, Alaska has a pretty good scene for a lot of. It has a good restaurant scene. It has a lot of stuff up here. More than you'd think for the size. I think because we're kind of a cosmopolitan state with people from all over the place, and also because we have so much tourism, we get the benefit of a lot of restaurants and products that are good and uniquely Alaskan. Whereas Waldo says, people complaining about woke in their games are usually just mad that their favorite shooter game allows people other than cis white guys to see themselves in the game. They probably don't know this game. Yeah, that's probably fair. A lot of it is a sense that their product is being disturbed more than something ideological. And something like this is, yeah, I don't know if I'd say it's niche, but it's like you have to get into it in order to really get exposed to it. And I don't know that they have it in them to do that. I have a friend who wishes beer didn't have alcohol because she just likes the taste. She also has higher tolerance than these bros who drink for the sake of posturing. Half the year, all there is to do is drink beer. Yeah, I struggle with wanting to drink when, I don't know, when I'm bored, maybe is a way to say it, but when it just helps pass the time. Like I could see how people in pioneer times would just sit there and drink because you're sitting in a cabin and it's just dark and getting a little buzz on. I don't like being drunk, but getting a steady buzz on just kind of helps pass the time, but it's really not good for my health, and I don't like the habit of doing that. Not that I look down on people who do, it doesn't feel good for me. All right, so I got to figure out, we have a torch, a sword, and coins. And then the friends are the pelican, who's pious and attentive, the moose, who's stalwart and farsighted, and old bear, who had sharp claws. So am I supposed to? All right, okay, I think I'm supposed to guess who gave each of these presents. So let's look at the book again. All right. So the moose being farsighted seems like the torch. The bear with a claw seems like the sword. So I'm just guessing the pelican by elimination is the money. Let's just try it. So, whoops. Shoot, which was the first one? The torch, which I'm guessing is the moose for being farsighted. Nope.
You
Wrong
sure
button.
you're going to be able to crack it?
I'll be fine. I'm not stupid, you know.
Sorry. Forgot I was talking to a puzzle master.
As I sit in my dim cabin smoking. Yeah, okay, that's fair. And Dark Side, I'm glad word hasn't gotten around to the right. Yeah, that's, at some point you just want to let it roll off your back, I guess. But it's nice being able to have something without it becoming a thing, and especially if it's going to be something a little cathartic, or I don't know if therapeutic is too strong a word for it. It is just nice to not have people make it ugly. Some friends with high tolerance also used to love the hottest chilies. None of the things dude bros posture over, but she was sincere. She used to chili that she described habaneros as taste free. Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty used to heat. I've never been a huge fan of like massive heat. I don't mind some spice, but I don't like when it overwhelms my ability to actually taste. Like I don't like when I just feel the taste of heat in my mouth. But I've gotten into I might do a cooking video sometime where I just show what I do for lunch, but every week I just make a big pot of something for lunch and bring it and dish it out for myself every day. And so I have a plain oatmeal in the morning and a banana, and then throughout the day I have a bag of veggies like bananas, carrots, and peppers I slice up, an apple and an orange, and then I make up. Usually, I'll do chickpeas with curry, and it's just like crushed tomatoes and light coconut milk. But I like spicing it up pretty good, and it gets. I'm liking it hotter than I would have thought I would have based on my previous tastes. It's pretty good. I use a normal like a normal combination of curry and curry powder and cumin and things like that. But then I bought a ghost pepper curry sauce at just they call it Bear Paw. It's just a festival, kind of like a small fair in Eagle River here. And so I add some of that to heat it up a little bit more. It's pretty good. So I'm getting distracted from my puzzle. It's funny, Drew Harrison, it's funny that two people I've known with very high alcohol tolerance have been tiny women. You have a pretty good tolerance, and probably partly because I'm a...
You think you're any closer to an answer?
I need more time.
I still need more time.
All right, but I'm here if you want to brainstorm.
If I haven't been drinking, because I think just because I'm, 6'3" and 200 some pounds, I think that helps. But, oops. All right. So I'm guessing the moose is first, bear second, and then we'll do pelican for third. Cooking video would be fun. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do that. It wouldn't be that hard. I just go up and do it every Sunday, so maybe I'll just try to record it and talk about it. I like doing things that just show little bits of who I am and what I like to do. That's why I've enjoyed getting out of the atheist rut. Ah, there we go. It was as intuitive as I thought it would be. I guess that wasn't a super challenging puzzle, though. Pretty straightforward. I just wasn't so sure about the pelican.
And boom, we're in.
Yeah, Drew, drinking gets very expensive. That's why with non-alcoholic, you're not really compared to. You don't feel that you don't get on a roll when you're drinking non-alcoholic beer, so you can just have one every night or two.
After so many years, I expected this to feel more, like a win.
Speak for yourself. I'm the one who solved the riddle.
All right, sorry, I'm going to pick something out.
Why do I feel like you're not going to let me forget that? Where do you think we should start looking?
Hitty bitty, I'm a tiny woman, have decent alcohol.
Where in this
tolerance,
message
I can
would stash
absolutely
someone
smoke most
else's
people
personal
under the table.
thoughts?
Yeah, smoking like hits me super hard almost immediately, but because I almost never do. Like maybe every few months. I'm not one of these people
So
who
she
can just
was standing here, spying through the window, drawing us while we played.
She always had her eye on us.
My entire body just shivered.
Ooh, that's creepy. There's a little doll. The wise princess. Yeah, I'll maybe have some like every few months, but I can't like get up any energy or really like have a good time. It relaxes me and I pass out. My fellow Marines thought I was a narc because I didn't drink. Yeah, when I was I worked at this place. They had a call center and people had to call and do surveys, and I got hired just to like do some data sorting and like revising surveys for grammar and stuff. And because I was just sitting there on my computer without taking calls, some people got jealous, but then some people just assumed I was a narc who was there to catch them, I guess, dealing weed or whatever.
It's here.
Oh, that was fast. There's the diary.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Do you think she read it?
Of course. She was nosy as hell.
Yeah, I'm naturally pretty squirrely too. As calm as I might sound when I talk, I fidget a lot. But I still, if I smoke anything, I'm Virtue Seekers Youth Camp. That's a conversion thing, it sounds like, probably. One of the few times I got like really, really drunk was at my wedding, and it was on accident.
Tyler,
My father-in-law made wine, and it
What?
just tasted like juice.
look.
So I just accidentally had too much. Raising your transgender child.
What? Where did you find that?
It was on her desk with her papers.
Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, we gotta be really careful not to overthink this.
But it doesn't make any sense. She was mad, right? She was mad I cut my hair. She attacked me because I cut my hair.
She was mad and she attacked you. We both saw it.
Then what is this shit?
I don't know. Tyler, come here.
She can't do this to me. Not now. When I've finally made sense of a few things.
Well, that was your first mistake. Thinking the world made any kind of sense. "10 years in the grave, and she's still finding new ways to piss us off."
Yeah. I think I need some air.
Well, that is really sad. I wonder if their mom was a little conflicted, or I don't know. If part of you wants to find how to be supportive, even if you're not going to stand behind their decisions.
Are you really, really sure? I am. Do it. Okay. Here we go. Whoa. Is it all gone? Yeah.
Yeah, you felt in the grave and still trying to find ways to piss us off.
It looks amazing. Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad when someone's grip on you doesn't
I
go
can't
away.
wait to show Mom.
Can't just be mad at
She's
them.
been so sad lately. More than sad. She's been scary. Yeah, but not tonight, though. It was almost like a party. Thank you, Allison. You don't have to thank me. You're my sister. I feel more like your brother. Brother, sister, we look out for each other. But I'm pretty sure I just gave you a really bad haircut. Mom? Mom? Mom?
Oh no. No, 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 no. This is wrong. This is all wrong. Wait! Stop!
Wow.
Glad we found your diary.
Me too.
I guess she was trying to figure out where you were at.
Yeah, well, she should have asked. I wasn't some goddamn research project. I was her child.
About the book.
Raising your transgender child? Do you even know how rare these books were in 2005? Was she trying to figure out how to support me?
Maybe.
Which, she wasn't trying. She never...
It doesn't make sense. I know. You cutting your hair was what set her off, right?
Allison, she read my diary. She already knew. It wasn't my hair. And if we were wrong about that... Fuck.
You think she read it. It's possible she never even opened the diary, and that things are exactly like we always thought they were.
But if she did, and they aren't...
God, Tyler. Sure. I mean, we could have been wrong. But what good does it do to ask the question now?
You mean other than not having to live with the thought that my mom tried to kill me for being me?
Tyler, I know you want there to be something to find. Something that'll make it all make sense. But she was unhinged.
So that's it then. She was crazy. Nothing else to say.
I think we'd be better off if we tried to move on.
Why don't we talk to a few people who knew her? See if that book makes any sense to them.
People don't want to talk about Marianne. They pretend like that night never happened.
What about Tessa? She was Marianne's closest friend. Let's ask her about it.
Sure. But I'll warn you, she's particularly touchy about this subject.
Well, maybe she'll talk to me. I was always her favorite.
Operative word was. But I need to go by the store anyway, to get a few things for the repairs.
Great. 2 seagulls, 1 stale hunk of bread.
I'm not sure I like that analogy.
Listen, I know you don't want to keep talking about this.
But you're obviously not going to be satisfied until we do. So let's talk.
So, I was thinking... Do we need to be in such a rush to sell this place?
We've been over this, and we both agreed it's time for a clean break.
I know. Trust me. I'm not talking about staying for long. Just long enough to get some answers.
And you think this house has those answers?
Maybe not, but it's a place to start.
Well, it would be a shame if there was something to find and we tossed it out. How about we start digging without putting off the sale? And if it seems like we need more time, we'll talk about it then.
Okay. So, we have a plan?
Yep. We ask around about Marianne, but we also stick to our repair schedule.
If that's really what you need. All right. Deal. Ollie's diary. It's been a long time since I heard that name.
Was I the only one who ever called you that?
Actually, no. I used it at Fireweed for a while, until I settled on Tyler. Most people were pretty chill about the switch. Not everyone, though.
What do you mean?
I had a mentee who refused to call me Tyler. He didn't want my help. He didn't want anyone's help.
I'm sorry. I like the name Tyler, by the way.
Thanks.
So sorry, a lot of chat scrolled by that I wanted to catch up in, but I can't scroll up with it while I have the game open. I saw a comment about how moms could manipulate that way in some cases, and yeah, I can totally see that. It can be very difficult, I think, having a narcissistic parent. I think Darkside mentioned something about their child transitioning, and then we have a lot of talk about old video games and how crazy ones like this are, which yeah, it's pretty wild how far games have come. I love it when a game or book or movie is written to communicate real human feelings and experiences, also is well made. Yeah, I definitely get that. I've never, like I think I said last time, I've never really done story-based games, and it's actually pretty engrossing. Mom and Allison argued again. At least I am not the only one Mom is screaming at now. Mom almost seemed jealous because we didn't tell her who we are planning to do, what we are planning to do in the forest. I think we should tell her about her voice. Oh, Allie, think we should tell her about, I think she knows already. She seemed really upset. I'm going to try to read it, the text of it. Mom seemed really upset when I asked to join the hockey team. Like it's wrong for me to play a boys sport. I'm going to keep asking. I will try again next week. She said no again. I'm so mad at her. Why does she always say no? Why doesn't she ever let me do what I want to do? Alice and I started writing a story. Well, Allison did. She didn't like it when I tried to change anything. Why can't one of the goblins be a boy goblin? Oh, there's more. Saw Star Wars yesterday at Bobby's place. Luke was so great. But Mom found out we watched it and got so mad. She said it gloried war. Zoom. Would Saturday 5th, 2005, would Mom be happier if I could just do what she wanted me to? When she looks at me, she just doesn't see me. I wish I could show her. I wish I could make her understand. I think she doesn't want to. Allison told me again that it was my fault Mom got angry at us. She is such a suck-up. Mom's barely said anything to us in a few days. Allie said she saw her throwing away pages from the Book of Goblins. Oh. Do this, do that. I am sick of her voice. And I am sick of that dumb name, too. I'm Ollie the Goblin.
Nice ring. Gift from your boyfriend?
Come on. I told you I'm not with anyone right now. Don't rub it in.
Why does it look familiar?
It was a gift from Eddie. He had them both made at the same time.
Both? Oh, wait.
Yeah. This ring is supposed to be linked to the one he gave you, in a spiritual way.
Do you believe in all that?
You mean, do I believe we could be linked in some other metaphysical way? You know, other than the one that already lets us share thoughts and memories.
Fair enough. I think we should head out right away.
Already tired of the view?
Just finding it hard to relax and enjoy it with so much on my mind.
Go ahead. I'll catch up. Need to respond to a message.
My sister, the social butterfly.
Yeah, last week, for those who weren't here, you got a ring as a gift.
Seems we got a trespasser.
Oh.
What the fuck?
You got 5 seconds to talk me into defending my property.
Your property?
5, 4.
I'm Tyler.
Don't know any Tylers. 3, 2.
Sam!
Ellie? What are you doing out here, girl?
This is our house.
Was I talking to you?
Sam, put the gun down. This is Tyler. My brother.
Your brother? Oh, shit. Huh. I guess I heard about all that, but I never... Damn, you look like a real man.
Oh, God.
So do you, Sam.
You know what I mean. I just didn't know they could make a woman look so much like a man.
You
Oh,
know,
good call not throwing with. Yeah.
I'm just trying to be me. It's just who I am.
Well, I've seen a couple of lady transvestites on the TV before,
God.
but I've never seen a dude.
Sam, that's not how you say
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Say what? Transvestites?
Yes. It's transgender. Transgender men.
I'm sorry. It's hard to keep track out here in Delos Crossing. The world's just moving on without us.
It's fine. Let's just change the subject.
Works for me. Tyler.
Thanks, Sam.
I kind of like how they handled this character just because he seems
So,
like he's not trying
what
to
are
be
you
malicious,
doing
but
here
he's still
exactly?
just kind of crass and
Oh, well,
clumsy.
I've been kind of keeping an eye on this place for you, you know? It's like patching the roof, checking the pipes, and all that stuff.
Thank you, Sam.
Oh, yeah, it's that's no big deal. I just, you know, your mama, she was a special lady. She deserved much better than, you know, what you got.
Okay, never mind.
Didn't you used to help Mary Ann with repairs and building projects?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he comes off more ignorant than anything. That's
Yeah,
what
seeing as
not
your
that
mama
I'm
never had a
taking up
man
for him at all. I
around,
think he's
I took it
seems
on
thoughtless and
myself
stuff,
to
but
help her keep this place standing.
I think it's a good representation of what people actually
How
live in small towns.
Antiquated of you.
Thanks. I guess you two are still aiming to sell the place?
That's the plan. Which, by the way, we need your keys.
Since apparently you went and changed the locks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But, selling your mother's house? Are you sure? Bad or good? It's all you've got left of her.
Not all. I'm sure the gun she tried to kill us with is still somewhere in there.
Tyler!
What?
What Tyler means is a fresh start is what we both need.
Of course. This place has got to be full of all kinds of bad memories. But maybe some good ones, too.
How well did you know her?
Not as well as I thought. When I heard what happened that night, well, I figured people were bullshitting me.
It really surprised you, didn't it?
Much as anything ever has. Other folks say they saw it coming. Not me.
We should get going.
That's all you think we'll get out of him?
I guess I could ask him a few more questions.
Okay.
Use the voice for telepathy, yeah. Oops.
Did you help with her door?
Her door?
Yeah, thanks for the help. I
puzzle
wasn't sure.
on her
I
bedroom door.
didn't understand that voice thing at first.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you two kept sneaking in, giving her no privacy, huh? You ever solve it?
Yep. Better late than never, I guess.
Never solved it myself. I mean, not that I wanted to.
That's a bit of a slip up.
Guess you know all your mama's secrets now, huh?
Well, she may have one or two left.
Kind of think it makes sense this guy didn't see it in her, or that he can't solve the puzzle. He doesn't seem super bright.
Allie, can you hear me?
Ty, we can't do this when we're in the middle of talking to someone.
But
This is pointless. He's hammered.
He's always hammered. And who knows? Maybe it'll make him chatty. Now come on. People think our family is weird enough.
Everything okay with you two?
Yes.
No.
Oh, all right.
I don't know what more I'm supposed to ask her. Or ask him. I've asked most of the questions.
How well did you know her?
Not as well as I thought. When I heard what happened that night, well,
It kind of seems like he was into her.
I figured people were bullshitting me.
It really surprised you, didn't it?
Much as anything ever has.
I guess I just need to say time to go again.
Other folks say they saw it coming. Not me.
All right. It's just time to go. I think I've asked all the questions.
We should get going.
That's all you think we'll get out of him?
Yeah, if you play these, it seems like if you play these not in order, then the conversations don't make as much sense.
He's too wasted to be of any more help.
I'll tell him to get a move on then. Well, we've got a supply run to make, and Uncle Eddie's expecting a visit. So,
Right. Yeah, of course. Get going, you two.
Sam, we all gotta get going.
Oh, of course. Of course, yeah, I got lots to do myself. Lots of to-dos on old Sam's list. And you don't want to keep Brown waiting, you know?
Thanks for looking out for this place.
Happy to do it. I don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. Anything at all. You hear?
Sam?
Huh?
Sam?
Huh?
The keys?
Oh, yeah. Of course. Of course. Yeah, they're yours. This place, it meant a lot to your mother. It almost felt like it was a part of her, and it's like some part of her is alive here still.
Hopefully the house doesn't turn out to be a murderous psycho that tries to kill us in our sleep, huh?
Yeah. Well, take care of yourself, both of you.
Yeah, he's definitely into her. Yeah.
Hey, so we really do have a lot to do.
Okay, go on. I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by the writing and characterization in this. Like, there would just be a easy temptation to make one-dimensional, mean, small-town characters, and he obviously is insensitive and not super likable, but he's more or less trying to be nice. I could see how that's what dealing with people in a small town would be like. I can't remember just based on those words and staring at the picture. Okay, I'm probably going to cut off here when they get into town. Once we get past the opening animation. It's about that time for me, and I'll cut off before we start a new area of the game.
Ready to Veni Vidi Vecchi?
I'm ready to talk to Tessa.
Okay, Life is Strange. That's the one I was thinking of.
Just
Yeah, that's why I like this game.
Try to keep
Great
in mind that your
developers.
memory of her is 10 years out of date.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be if she reached out to me while I was in Fireweed, which she didn't. So I'm guessing this is Michael.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to cut off there. Life is Strange is the example people think of for narrative adventure games, which it is. Okay, yeah, so that's it for tonight. I think it's about time for me to wrap up, and I really need to get out of this chair and move on. But I hope to do this more than on a Thursday night. Oh wow, my screen is in mirror. I didn't realize that. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. It was fun. It ends up being short on Zidanza nights just because it gets late for me and I've been in this chair for a few hours. But over the next week, the week of Christmas, I'm going to be taking a few days off, and I'm just home by myself, like Christmas and Christmas Eve, which is fine with me, by the way. My family's just busy and we're celebrating on other days, so I'll have some more time that I might spontaneously stream, maybe for more extended periods of time. So if you all just want to keep your eyes open, I'll try to give a day's advance or so. And yeah, you guys can just, I guess, join in. You can give feedback in the comments of this if you want, if there are times a day that tend to work better for you. And I can't accommodate everybody, but I'll try to let that inform when I do it if it works. So, yeah, I appreciate it. You're doing great. Enjoy time off. I don't feel like I'm letting people down necessarily, but I do get where I'm just getting into the game and cutting off kind of abruptly, even for my sake. So I'll look forward to a chance to play a little bit more. But have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you probably sometime in the next few days. So have a good night.